Hi, I am Dr. Christina Darling, aka Hot Healthy Mama. Today I'm going to show you the 5 moves that are always in my core routine no matter what trimester I'm in. As an added bonus, we're going to show you how to breathe correctly for your core pelvic floor and a prenatal mobility routine. So let's get started. We're going to start off with a hand-heel rock. You're going to do this 3 times. Next, we move into a hand-heel rock with the leg abducted out to the other side. Feels so good. Don't forget the other side. And we just want to go slow through these movements. Really getting into that stretch, really relaxing. That's the whole point. Next is the thread the needle. We're going to really invite the rotation through the shoulders. It is so good for a healthy core and those tight pregnancy shoulders. We don't realize how much affects our core. Tightness in the shoulders and the upper body is definitely something that's going to impact how you feel there. Next is a modified pigeon stretch. We open the hips and then rotate to the other side. I know it takes a minute to get the coordination, but this one is really important for the transition, so don't skip out on it. And take your time, and then hang out there for a second. Next, we're going to have a plank into down dog. Feel free to skip this one if it's just too advanced for you. You can also modify with bringing the plank to an elevated position. Next, we have squat to forward fold. So amazing for those tight backs. Make sure you're keeping a neutral spine like you see in the video here. That's the key. Hip flexor, rock back. But if you feel more comfortable holding the stretch in the half nail position to get your hip flexors to open, by all means, this is your session. Follow what makes your body feel good. Last, we're moving into open book. Again, great for those tight shoulders. Make sure you're getting into the position with the proper rolling techniques. Shoulders and hips stay together, like shown as we go to the other side. And try to get that shoulder and elbow down to the ground. As your belly grows, it's going to be really hard to get there. So just let gravity do the work. Don't force it. Next up, we're moving to our correct breathing for your core. This is the foundation of all core work. Don't skip out on this. The muscle we're targeting is the diaphragm. It sits at the bottom of the rib cage. With pregnancy especially, this connection gets lost because babies start to take up room and changes how you breathe. So we're going to keep things really simple here. I want you to place your hands at the top of your rib cage. I want you to take a deep inhale through your nose. When you do that, you should feel your ribs open into your hands. And then a full exhale out the mouth. Push all of that air out. In, and as you push out, you should almost feel like your belly comes in. And we repeat. It takes lots of practice, so don't get frustrated. Okay, now we move into our 5 core moves. First up, we have cat-camel. I want you to sync with your breath, inhaling when you arch the back, look up. Exhale when you round the back and look down. Repeat 3 times. Onto the crown jewel, core activation, also known as the hug the baby exercise. We're going to use our breath. As you inhale, you're going to expand the rib cage. Let your core pelvic floor fully relax. On the exhale, you're going to push all the air out of your lungs, hug your belly inward, feel your deep core muscles drawing in and up with your spine reaching a neutral position, not flat. With this action, the pelvic floor should also hug in, not tighten down. So with each rep, I want you to really focus on breath and that full contract relax. The big secret is in the relax. Third exercise, we are moving into the clam. So the version I'm showing you here is my favorite. It's performed as a side plank with a clam. It targets the core as well as that glute med muscle. You're going to do 10 of these on each side. And I'm also going to show you the modification for beginners and how I prefer to do them by third trimester when the side plank version just becomes a little too intense on your core and your pelvic floor. You're just going to fully lay down the upper trunk. Make sure you're going nice and controlled with that lower leg. Next up, it's just a basic bridge. Nothing beats a basic bridge, to be perfectly honest. Focusing on activating the glutes as well as maintaining a neutral spine. The glutes are a major player in core strengthening, and you're going to repeat this 10 times. Feel that booty squeeze. Last exercise we have is a hip hinge with kettlebell resistance. Focus on neutral spine and maintaining the movement solely through the hips. I cover this technique in depth in my core strength and pregnancy course. And it is so nice for that lower back, especially when that belly starts to get bigger and you're stuck in that extended posture. Thanks so much for working out with me. I trust your back feels great and you learned a few techniques for training your core during pregnancy.